Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the False Nine podcast. It's just myself, Connor, and Charlie today, but we're going to do a Euros preview for the group stages at least. So basically, we're going to go through all the groups and decide who's going to come top two, who's going to come third, or whatever. And then we're going to give a few predictions at the end. So starting off with Group A, it's Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, and Wales. Are we all in agreement that Italy just tops this group?
Yeah, I go with that as well.
Yeah, like I feel like obviously I'm giving my prediction away. I'm a big fan of Italy. I think they'll top this group with ease. One thing I would say is I think people are writing off Turkey. I think Turkey can come
Yeah.
second. I think they
Yeah,
could.
so I think they will. I've already sort of put that down. Like we saw them in the qualifying process. Like they were well able. I think they beat France or draw
They
with them. I
beat
can't remember.
they beat the Netherlands recently, to be fair.
Yeah. So they've been doing well. That's when wasn't that when Kabak was playing really well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They beat the Netherlands. I'm trying to see who else they beat. They drew to France.
Yeah, they
Oh,
drew.
no, they
France,
did beat France. No, they did.
They did beat France. Yeah.
But it was like 2 years ago, to be fair. So
Switzerland are good as well, though. Like they have a few decent
yeah, that's
players.
what I was
Yeah, I
thinking.
was gonna say that. I was gonna say Switzerland are good.
I think like a third place team will qualify from that group anyway, because
Yeah.
they'll all probably be Finland, and they get a few points off each other.
Yeah, Wales, man. They're coming fourth. Like they're terrible. They're actually bad. Like if you look at their team, yeah, they obviously have Bale, but like he's kind of washed. Nico Williams, awful footballer. Dan James, like I just can't see them coming third. Like I actually can see them finishing 0 points. Like they're gonna lose to Italy. They're gonna lose to Italy. I think they'll to Turkey. They might get something off Switzerland, I don't know. So like but it's a weird one. Like, so Italy first. Who we put in second?
I go for Turkey.
Okay. And then Charlie, you okay with Switzerland being third or second?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Turkey might kind of do like a Croatia on it in the World Cup.
Yeah, they could. I don't think they'll go as far as people are saying, because people say they're going to go far. But if you look at their, if they come second in the group, I think they don't really. I think they'll make the quarters. I think they'll make the quarters. That is far, actually, I guess. Anyways, Group B: Belgium, Denmark, Finland, and Russia. I mean, Belgium and Denmark, really. The other two are ass. Like they're actually terrible.
It depends whether Denmark play like they do against Ireland, or whether they play like they do against everyone else.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I mean, Belgium for me, like they're going to top that group. You expect them to go far in the tournament with Lukaku and all. It depends if Hazard turns up or not. But yeah, like, do you feel like Russia? I feel like Russia overachieved the World Cup because they're at home and they're probably hooked up with every sporting enhancing drug possible at that World Cup. But I think they'll probably come third. Like, who do Finland have? Pukki. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they have the goalie. What's his name? Hiradeki or something.
That's a good point. I mean, I'd probably go with Belgium, Denmark, Russia, and Finland. To be fair, like this group, I probably won't watch many games in this group. It seems a bit dead. To be fair, Charlie, you the same? Belgium, Denmark, Russia, Finland.
Yeah, I think if Lukaku's in form, he should have the golden boot rocked up by the end of the career.
Yeah, that. Actually, I'm about to give away another prediction, but yeah, I think even if Belgium don't go far, which I don't think they will, go as far as people think, I think he'll have enough goals wrapped up, because that group, like he could literally lead that with like 6.
Yeah.
Like he actually could. So yeah, what about you? Connor, you the same for that one?
Yeah, I mean, Russia are kind of hard to predict. I'd agree with the top two, but I think Finland and Russia, like it could go either way. Like we haven't really seen Russia play that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think
But
that
sure,
might be a group. that might be a group where the third place doesn't get through, maybe, or am I?
Yeah, I'd say so. So
Or
I could see Russia and Finland getting nothing off the
other two,
off
yeah.
Denmark. Yeah.
And the thing is, I think Russia could finish with 3 points, which might be enough, but I think they might get hammered by Belgium, to be fair. Like, if Belgium turn up, like, and Belgium are good at just hammering the lesser teams. So, yeah. We'll move on to Group C anyway. Austria, the Dutch, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. I mean, I feel like the Netherlands are, like, they're terrible. Like, they actually are very bad. Their manager is shite. Charlie, were you watching them? I don't know if you were watching them the other day. Like, they basically were playing a three at the back, right? It wasn't working. And then De Boer came in after and said they're going to stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, his time at Crystal Palace tells you all you need to know about him as a
I
manager.
know, it's embarrassing.
Like, their squad is actually decent, but their results are horrific. Like,
Yeah.
the only player he seems to be getting the best out of is Depay, but there's a lot. Like, Van de Beek's out now, obviously. He seems fond of playing this Giroud lad who all the Dutch lads apparently hate or the Dutch fans, because he just loses the ball way too often. So yeah, I think they'll still top the group though, because
Yeah.
they've got very lucky with that group, to be honest. Like,
That's a
very
handpicked
low
team.
quality.
Yeah.
How was North Macedonia got to the Euro?
They drew with Germany, to be fair to them. They got you to the nation. They got via the Nations League, I think. But
I would rather watch North Macedonia play that than Ireland at the moment.
oh, sorry. They've Pandev up front. Respect Pandev. And they've Alioski from Leeds, don't they?
We're scraping at the bottom of the barrel here.
We're not even in the tournament. We're terrible. But yeah, no, I think the Dutch.
It's fine though. We drew 0-0. Didn't lose the last game.
I think the Dutch will string it together. Like, they'll put something together with that one. I mean, I won't be surprised if, like, it was a bit mad. Like,
I'm
something
predicting
happened.
Ukraine. I think Ukraine might
They
get in the top
could.
two.
They definitely could. And I think
Because I think
Netherlands
didn't
look
they?
fragile.
They beat one of, I can't remember who they beat. Did they beat France or Spain?
Oh, they definitely beat it. They definitely beat a big nation.
They definitely beat like a tier 1 nation, like recently enough.
Yeah,
They drew
Um,
France.
they drew with
France.
France. Yeah.
They beat no,
they
actually,
drew.
no, they beat
They beat
Spain
Germany.
last October.
Beat Spain.
Last October,
Yeah.
they beat Spain. So I
Yeah,
mean,
so I wouldn't be surprised if Ukraine did qualify, to be honest with you.
to be fair, like, this is a group where, like, I won't be surprised if an upset happen, because the Dutch are actually so bad. Like, I feel like it's up to it really comes down to the pie. If he can start banging in goals, they'll be fine. Yeah, I'll still go with them top of the group. I'll go North Macedonia fourth, and the last two, I don't know. It's such a weird one. I think Austria will probably do enough. Like, they have lots of experience in that team, to be fair to them. Like Baumgartner, Alaba. They got hammered by Denmark, to be fair. But I don't know. I'd say yeah, they'll do enough to come second in that one. What do you guys think?
I think Ukraine. I'd say probably I would still put Ukraine. I think they have like Alaba and who Hinteregger are probably Austria's only decent players, whereas Zinchenko, like Ukraine have like Zinchenko, Malinovsky. I don't know if Konoplyanka still plays for them, but they have him. Yeah, I think and if they drew with France, and who'd you say they'd be? Germany or something? I'd say they'll still go through. Oh yeah.
Okay, and then
I'm going with what Charlie said. I'm going to go Netherlands top, Ukraine, Austria, and this could be a group where Austria do go through as well. I think the top three, like, there won't be a whole lot between them.
I can't remember who I picked.
Yeah.
I can't remember who I picked for the prediction on the app. I can't remember, but I think I went Austria second. But yeah, I almost like Ukraine coming second. I actually would not be surprised at all. Yeah, Group D. This is the one where England, Scotland are in, along with Czech Republic and Croatia. I mean, England should top this group, like they should. Croatia even are their good side. Obviously, there is a rivalry there, but Mandzukic is out, Rakitic is out, isn't he? I think so. I mean, I fancy them to come top, for sure. We can talk. We'll talk about later how far they're going in the tournament. But I do fancy them to come top. Are you kind of going straight forward with just Croatia second, or do you see Scotland do something? Because like I feel like Scotland playing England, like if they can get a point there, because those games will be tight. That game will be tight because it's just a derby. Like it will be tight. Maybe they can scrape through in third. But I think for me, if Scotland want to get out, it'll come down to them playing Czech Republic. What do you think, Connor?
Yeah, I think England, like on paper, now I know like previously like everyone
Yeah.
sort of hyped them up. But I do think this year, like especially with the youngsters they have with like Mount and Foden and people like that, like let's be honest, like they're not gonna struggle to score. I would be a bit worried about them defensively.
Yeah.
Especially against a team like Croatia, like they'd be fairly experienced and quite intelligent with, and they'd be quite efficient as well with like set pieces and stuff like that. But I do see England topping the group. The Scotland point is interesting. I mean, Scotland, like they're not really a great team, but
Yeah.
when it does come to big games, like especially against England, who like they all hate probably on that team, they could like make a draw out of it, and as you said, qualify in third.
Definitely. And England are having no Maguire because he hasn't even been involved in team training. Like, honestly, was Maguire on the bench for that Europa League final, Charlie?
Yeah, he was, but he was just there to like lift it if we won, I think. But obviously he wasn't needed because we're shit. But
No, it's just like he's just not even. Apparently, he's not even in team training, so he's not making the first game.
he shouldn't be in the squad at all. Like,
Yeah. Well, where's Roy Keane now? The prick.
yeah.
Talking about Henderson going, and then Maguire just because he plays for United, dickhead.
Do you
At
want
least
to comment?
Henderson doesn't duck tournaments, Keno.
Do you want to comment on Trent, mate?
That's not. Look, that's not Trent. He got the injury. Very sad. I was very depressed over it. But it looks like he's got a new girlfriend now, so he's enjoying life in Portugal or wherever he is. So let him out it. Yeah, but Roy Keane. Croatia second? Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Scotland third. I think they'll beat the Czechs.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
I mean, the Czechs have Suchek, which Liam will probably think finished top scorer. But anyway, I'd say yeah, Scotland third. I think Scotland will have one of those. They'll be one of the best third places because I don't think they'll get hammered by any team. I think goal difference will come a lot down to. I think a lot of them are going to finish on 3 points. Yeah, but that group's gonna be interesting for sure. Like, imagine Scotland beating. Then the whole thing's like is blown wide open. So
yeah, but isn't it better for England though if they finish second in the group?
Yeah, but I think because basically if they finish second, they'll most likely play Spain. If they finish first, they'll probably play Portugal, in my opinion. So maybe like because they beat Spain, they do 100% beat Spain. Spain aren't good. They're okay. But speaking of Spain, they're in Group E along with Poland, Slovakia, and Sweden. I mean, Spain will probably top this group, but for me, Spain lack like obviously Ramos isn't going, and I was reading something that like Ramos basically like he was basically playing through injuries to make sure he broke the all-time appearance record for Spain, or the all-time international appearance record because I think he's done like 179, and and he would have broken it if he played like all the friendlies leading up to Euros and the group stage games. But he's obviously not there, which is I mean, I think even without his fitness and like COVID issues and form, I think you still bring him. Like, surely you still bring him because like in a one-off game, he's gonna show up for sure. And he's gonna raise his game. Charlie? Did you think that was a weird decision to like not bring Ramos?
It's weird all around. Like he didn't take any Real Madrid players, and I would have said like if you've been watching Vasquez this season, he's been unreal. Kind of plays right wing back / right back. He was a right back under Zidane, but like most of the time he was on the edge of the ball. Carvajal. I mean, who are they even playing at right back? They were playing Llorente from Atletico Madrid there in the friendly I was watching, and then Asensio. I mean, he would have been very useful. Would have thought in attack, but he's not there either. So
Nacho, surely Nacho's better than Eric Garcia. Sure.
Yeah, but Pau Torres and Laporte have looked good, but it is a bit weird playing two left footers together. They played them played it in a friendly. It looks strange, but they defended well, to be fair. So if without Ramos, they still have a strong defense.
Yeah.
Their problem is their striker. Morata is he's just so erratic in front of goal. He can show up one game and he'd be unreal at finishing, and then the next he just missed 3 or 4 chances
like
in a row.
The Euros could be a tournament where he does show up though. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be. But like, is Costa not there? No?
No, it's Moreno and Morata. And I think they might have Alcacer as well. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out who Costa even plays for right now.
Yeah, I don't
my
know.
brain. Is he still with Atletico, is he? My brain is just absolutely gone. Hang on. I feel like you'd bring him anyway. Like he's class to watch.
For the shithousery.
Yeah, he's a bit washed though, to be fair. Oh, he does still play with Atletico. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think that's an issue. The striker, like Morata, needs to show up, or they are finished if he doesn't show up. They've got good width as well. To be fair to them, I think they've got a few options out wide, like Ferran Torres. What's that other guy's name?
They have Adama Traore as well. He could be useful in this group, considering that everyone will pretty much play on the halfway line because they think they're better than who's France. France's fullbacks are quite weak, like Digne, Hernandez, Pavard. I don't think they'd be able to live with Traore's pace. And considering Traore is playing with better players than he does at Wolves, he might actually have an impact.
One thing I would say is, like he obviously, Adama Traore would probably do something against like Slovakia, Sweden, and Poland. He probably would, right? But for me, midfield, even though I'm a big fan of Thiago, I just think they lack a bit of like pace and like power in midfield. Like, I think that's kind of been the demise of Spain a little bit because the game's moved on from like being able to pass teams to death. Like you do need a bit more. And you look at France midfield, they've Pogba, like definition of pace and power. Kante, even Tolisso, like you could classify him as that. So yeah. Kind of what's your thoughts on Spain? Like, obviously, I'm guessing you think they'll top the group, but it's a weird one. It's one of those things where it's like they could go far. Because I think most likely they'll probably play Scotland or the Czechs. So you'd imagine they get to a quarter final. They get past that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, obviously, as you said, like with the Dam against smaller teams. But I do think, like, I remember when we were watching Spain and even the 2010 World Cup, and then they won the Euros, didn't they, after that?
Yeah.
And that's like when they literally had the full Barcelona team, when Barcelona were literally winning Champions League every year. But they've fallen so far since then. They haven't, like, even if you look at their squad now, like they don't have any sort of stand out like world class players really anymore in the team, whereas they literally used to have like 9 Ballon d'Or nominees in the starting 11 beforehand. And I just think, like, obviously they got lucky with their group. They should top that, mind you. Saying that now, Poland, like if Lewandowski shows up, like they could
They could
Poland
be in
could
trouble.
beat Spain.
Yeah.
But as I said, I see them going through. I think the way the tournament is set up, you said they get Czech Republic or
Or
Scotland.
Scotland, like most likely, if we're going off our predictions, I'll get Scotland.
Right. So like again, they got kind of lucky with that because like that is an easy enough draw. Like there's so many good teams in it. So, but I think if Spain are to come up against one of the top teams, I don't think they stand a chance, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think the young fella Pedri in midfield, if he starts, I think that this could be a tournament for him where he kind of, because everyone is like knows who he is or like knows his talent and all that. But I think it's one of the tournaments where people kind of sit up and realize that he's a very good footballer. It depends if he starts or not. That is, I think they might go with Busquets, Thiago, and Fabian Ruiz, which will get it'll just get like run over by more powerful midfields. Like Fabian Ruiz, he's okay. He's very slow. Like at least Thiago kind of brings something to you, and he has that bit of intensity. Busquets is a bit washed, to be fair.
He should be playing Llorente in midfield though, but because he didn't pick Vasquez or Carvajal, he has to play him right back now. Like it's very strange from the manager, to be honest.
No, in fairness, Carvajal wouldn't have been fit. He had an injury, but even Vasquez, stick him right back and put Llorente in midfield and play him where he actually is meant to play. But anyways, so yeah, Spain top, Poland with Lewandowski. I'm guessing we'll put him second just because Lewandowski.
I did that as well. I still wouldn't write Sweden off though. Like Sweden are like
knows Zlatan,
like it knows, yeah, but even still,
they
like
have
even in the
Isaac
World Cup,
or Isaac, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, they do. I forgot about. Oh my god, I forgot about him. Yeah.
Like I don't think they will come second, but like they do have a chance. Like the group, like they still have stuff to play for.
Yeah, like they're a good team. Like they have. Oh, they've Kulusevski from Juventus, isn't it?
They have Lindelof as well.
Is he Juventus?
That might be.
He's a bit of a liability, is he not? Though now.
Yeah. He'll show for his country, but he's a bit of a Lovren. We didn't talk about Lovren. I wanted to talk about him, but we can, if we have time later, we will. So yeah, we're going with Sweden third. Then is that okay?
Yeah, I think they'll qualify from third anyway. Like.
Yeah, we should have beaten Slovakia. We lost the penalties, didn't we? Fuck it. Oh, we're so bad, man. We should be here. Like, this is the problem, yeah? I love the Euros, but like when Ireland are in it, it's so much better. Like, it's just, there's more hype around it. But anyway, I think Slovakia will come forward from that. So, yeah. Moving on to the final group, the group of death, the most anticipated group for me. France, Germany, Portugal, and Hungary make up Group F. I mean, Hungary are going to come forward. I'm not entertaining any hipster ideas that they might do something. They're coming forward. Like, they don't even have I can't say his name, but the Leipzig fella, or
nah, he's not in the squad. He got injured.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have him.
Yeah.
Sorry. And he got him in the tournament, so they're washed. Last. For me, France are coming first. Now, I think it's a weird one because I think like if the third place team they'll definitely qualify, because I think Germany will come third, but I think they'll get a point off Portugal and they'll beat Hungary, right? I think France are first for me. That's my opinion. I know Charlie wants them to finish last because Deschamps didn't bring Martial. But Charlie, would you back France to top that group?
Now that they have Benzema, I probably would, yeah, to be honest, considering
it's a tough one.
He's just much better than Giroud.
Yeah.
He got injured though, so he might be out for the first game. Benzema, I don't know.
No, he's fine. He looks fine.
Is it Germany up first for them?
Yeah.
Germany are kind of underrated, to be fair. Like Hummels is still good. Rudiger, although with Werner up front, do you really stand a chance?
And Sané, like people get like Sané hasn't even been that good. Gnabry's been in there in the team. I really can't see them. Obviously, they have Havertz. He's in form. obviously.
Sure, yeah, I know you're making a joke there about Werner, but I think he's actually been in some sort of form for Germany. I know he's
Yeah,
been a
true.
bottler for Chelsea, but like when it's international, he seems to kind of, I don't know, he seems to show up when he does at Chelsea, to be honest. Like he scored in the last game there, like a really good finish.
Yeah.
So I know it's such a tough group to call, but I'm probably gonna go France top. I'd probably say Portugal second. Like if you
Okay.
look at their attack, like their attack is literally unbelievable now.
My problem with Portugal is like Ronaldo isn't that player anymore that you could build a team around. And
I know, but
obviously,
you literally have Bernardo
yeah,
Silva, Jota,
Bruno,
Fernando.
Jota. Like, no. Like,
Like,
there'll be plenty of chances to be created for him. I think Ronaldo will elevate his game. He always does, and I think he will one last time in the Euros. I just think they'll come second, but I don't think they're as good as people say they are. In my opinion.
Their pivot and defense is quite bad to be. Like I watched
Yeah.
them against
Pe-
France.
Pepe and
I
Diaz
watched
are
them
good.
against France in what's it called, the Nations League, and it was only 1-0 to France, but France battered them. Martial missed
Yeah.
like 4 big chances or something. Like it should have been like 3 or 4-0.
And that's why he's not going. Anyway,
He's injured, mate.
yeah. So France,
he's
Portugal.
faking an injury because he knew he wouldn't make the squad.
For me, it's France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with that.
It's a good group. I can't wait for it. It's a very good group, and I won't be surprised if I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, we've done all the groups. We'll quickly go through our like 5 different predictions. So first, I want to go with top scorer. I'll go first, then Connor, then Charlie. So for me, Lukaku will get top scorer. I don't think Belgium will go as far. I think they'll get knocked out of the quarters, specifically by Italy. But I think he will stop at in the first 4 games, like in the round 16 as well. So I'm going Lukaku.
I was torn between, like, I think Lukaku on paper, like, he has
Yeah.
a chance, as you said, to wrap up goals early. So I would go with him. But Lewandowski as well, I wouldn't be surprised if he got a good few. But
Yeah.
I will go Lukaku as well.
Charlie?
I'd say it's between Kane, Mbappe, and Lukaku. I think if Kane will always stop at a penalty, I'm sure England will get a penalty at some stage.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How far they go, I'm not sure, but they'll probably reach either quarters or semis. England.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with. I'll just go with Lukaku as well because that group is
It yeah, it is, and I think like the later the tournament goes on, the tighter the games are. So yeah, like I think didn't Kane win the Golden Boot without scoring the knockouts in the World Cup? I think he did. Anyways, next player of the tournament, I'm going with Kylian Mbappe because I think they'll make the final. Charlie?
Ooh, I think if France win, they'll just give it to Benzema just as like the pity award, if you get me, because like he'll be the savior.
I think Mbappe's gonna explode,
even if he plays well or not.
Yeah.
Mbappe's been quite bad for France recently, so he is due a few good performances though. So it'll probably be one of them too, to be honest. Depends how Benzema play.
Yeah, Connor.
I probably think it'd be one of those two as well. But just I'm gonna go with a bit of a different prediction, just a bit of variety. And I want Jack Grealish. Now I know
that'd be so good.
A few of our mates don't really like Jack Grealish because they're still salty over the fact that he chose to play for a better country.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd love to see Jack Grealish. Like we've seen him in the warm up games. Like he looks really good. I think he could actually be very important for England, and I hope he does win it. Like, be good.
Yeah, for sure. So we did player. What was the other? Oh yeah. What team do you think is gonna flop? I'm gonna go. Who did I say on that other thing? I said Belgium. And the reason why I said Belgium, right? I was torn between Belgium and Portugal, but I said Belgium because I think people are like every prediction I've seen so far, Belgium are in the semis, and I don't think they'll get that far. I think they'll be disappointing for a lot of the tournament, and they'll get knocked out in the quarter. So I'm going with Belgium.
I'm gonna go with the Netherlands. It's a bit of a get out of jail card, but like
Yeah,
I,
it's
I
a good
think
one.
even if they
Yeah.
get out of their group, I don't think they're getting any further than that, to be honest.
Yeah. So Connor, what about you?
Yeah, Netherlands as well. I just think, or possibly Spain. I just think that, like, I know Belgium, like that. Yeah, they might underperform, but I think say Spain and the Netherlands, like they're such big footballing countries that like they're
Yeah.
expected to do
To do well.
a
for
decent
sure.
job, and I don't see either of them doing it. But I will go the Netherlands.
Yeah. So dark horses, I'm going. Okay. My dark horses and my winners the same, but I'm gonna change my dark horses, right? Just to make it interesting. I'll go. My dark horses are gonna be Turkey, and um, Yeah, my dark horse is gonna be Turkey. So Charlie, what about you?
I think I'll go with Ukraine. I think obviously
Ooh.
some of the results you called out there were quite impressive, so I'll go with them.
Have you gone with the same kind of there?
Yeah, Charlie's usually done that on the last two. Just picked it right before I was gonna say
Yeah.
it. At the start, I was thinking Turkey at the start, but then
Okay.
I remember the Ukraine are in it, and I do remember their results like against France and
Yeah, for sure. And Spain and shit.
the other Spain. Yeah, so like you never know with Ukraine. Like they could
They could do
go
madness.
far, or not far, but like they could make a quarter. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. Lastly, my winners for the Euro 2020, that's been stage 2021, Italy. And I've been saying this forever because I just think for me, Italy, they were my dark horses as well, but I just changed it to make it interesting. For me, I'll do it quickly, is that I feel like they're one of those teams, yeah, that they're going to be the team that are going to be an Achilles heel for one of the more quality teams like France, you could say Belgium. I think they're going to be very hard to beat. And I think if Immobile can bag a few, we're cooking for sure. But yeah, I'm going with Italy, and I think they will win it. What about you, Charlie?
Well, I refuse to go for France, so
Yeah, make it interesting.
well, Jesus.
You can go with France. You can go with France.
I'm going with Germany just as an outside of the box chat.
Not bad. Yeah. Didn't you put? Yeah. Didn't you predict Germany? Oh no, you didn't. You didn't. No, that was someone else. Anyway, Connor.
I'm gonna go along the same team as last time with Jack Grealish. I think England are gonna win it.
That's a good one. That's a good
no,
one.
no,
Yes.
no.
Good
Hear
name.
me out. Hear me out. I kind of I like the way Italy play. I would like to see Italy win it. Like they haven't won a major tournament in a while.
Yeah, like 15 years.
But England, like, surely they're bound to win something at some point. And I think if you look at their squad now, like I know people hype it up every year, but
Yeah.
I mean the only thing they are lacking is like quality centre backs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
That's like Portugal.
I mean they're very balanced in like midfield and in attack. The fullbacks are good.
For sure.
Shame they're gonna have that lad Pickford probably in net. He
That's
could be
my
the
issue.
reason they
Yeah.
he could be the reason they lose. But yeah, I'll back England to win it.
Yeah.
It's coming home.
Yeah. If they can beat Portugal, that'll be it. But yeah, I think we're just about to run out of time. So there is the Euros preview. We'll do them as frequently as we can, depending. We'll do them before the group ends because there'll be too much to talk about. But yeah, it's going to be. I think it probably won't go the way we're saying, but I mean, it's going to be a great tournament nevertheless. But yeah, thanks for watching, and there'll be more content on the Euros for sure. Thanks, Connor and Charlie, for joining me. Subscribe, send your mates, and yeah, like the video.